What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to another episode of ItsASheThIngTV by me, Dominique. Woo! Okay. I just recorded a video, this review, on my other phone, the phone that I used last week, and I just fucking hated it. And it's not even that. When I record on that phone, because it's a new phone, and I think because the camera resolution is so high, when I record a video, it takes up so much, like, gigabytes or something like that. So when I'm trying to upload it, it takes even longer, and that's why the video I uploaded last week came on a Wednesday when it was meant to come on Tuesday, and I ain't trying to have that problem anymore. So I'm back to my old phone, my trusty phone, guys. I'm back to it, okay? And I just want to quickly say thank you so much. Last week when I uploaded that video, I did not expect to receive that many comments. Okay, now you may be thinking that's nothing though, but it meant so much to me. It's like you don't understand how it feels to be a YouTuber, just making your videos and people watching it for one, liking it for another, and actually commenting. Commenting is such a big thing because it's like they actually take time out of their day to actually sit down and talk about your video. And guys, the comments I received last week really touched me. Like I felt so overwhelmed. I was so happy. Thank you so much. I see all your comments and it means so much to me. I'm a very laid back, humble, down to earth person, and you know, the little things in life really get me, and that little thing right there really touched me. I know it sounds cliche, guys, I know, but yeah, it meant so much to me. So thank you for the comments, the new comments, the old comments. I love it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Alright, let's get into this review. So welcome to the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 6, Episode 20 review by me, Dominique. I'm trying to shoot through this quick because I've wasted enough time trying to record on that other stupid phone. It's pissing me off. Alright, so we start off from where we left off, okay? The bitch comment heard around the world. Okay, now let me just get into this Greg and Nene bullshit. Greg's approach was absolutely ridiculous. It was stupid, it was uncalled for, and it did not need to happen, okay? Like, I can't stress to you how much he was in the wrong, okay? Now, I've seen some other comments and people are like, well, why is Greg getting the flack for all of this, okay? Greg was just defending his wife. Why the fuck didn't Greg defend her on the day that Peter confronted her then? Why didn't he say anything then? His ass was just standing there carrying her purse, right? We don't know for sure if he was carrying her purse, but I wouldn't put it past him to carry her purse. Okay? He didn't address the situation. In fact, he didn't even look slightly bothered by the situation. He could have said something then and there. He didn't say nothing. Okay? So why he feels the need to harbor that shit now and bring it up, you know, I'm just saying, guys, you would think these older people ain't got that much time. Okay? You know, they got bills to pay, they got kids to look after, they got things to do. Why would you harbor something so stupid and bring that out now? Okay? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And Nene wants to go about calling people a bitch. Why don't we just say that this was a bitch-ass move then? You don't do that. The way he came out, Peter, was ridiculous. Your friends, you didn't have to do it like that. All you had to say was, you know what, you know, I've been keeping this to myself for quite some time, you know, and I should have addressed it that day, but I didn't. But, you know, the way you and Nene interacted, I didn't like it. That's what you had to say, Greg. That's what you had to say, okay? But not acting like you're about to throw some punches, huh? You better relax that blood pressure, okay? You better relax that. You better chill out with the gout. You better relax the cholesterols and all that stuff. We don't need no problems. We don't need no problems, okay? You are already tired. You don't need to activate any more complications in your health. Greg, come on. Alright. And then Nene just provokes the situation even more. Okay? So if Peter wasn't already pissed off with this ambush, now she has to come over and call him a bitch. Nene always wants to say that people are against her. People are always talking to her rough. Why did you come up to him like that then? Okay, like, it's ridiculous. That was uncalled for. And to top things off, Nene says that and Cynthia says nothing. You're not going to come at my husband and call him her bitch. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's ridiculous. And she just stood there and didn't say anything. Okay? She did not say a damn word. And then she went to be like, okay, guys, let's just stop this. Let's just stop. And then Nene does the sarcastic apology. Okay, well, if I can't, well, I'm sorry, okay, for calling you a bitch. And what does Cynthia do? Okay, guys, Nene has apologized. Let's just leave it. Was that fucking apology? Really? You know, like, come on. That was a weak-ass apology. This whole situation is stupid as hell. It could have been avoided. Like, alright, let's move on. So we're finally back in ATL. Finally, okay? And Kandi is waiting on Porsha to sign the contract for this play that she is now part of. However, they receive Porsha's demands, okay? Her wants, her needs as a part of this contract. Now let's just pause. Let's just slow down for a minute, okay? Who is Porsha? Who is Porsha? Did we know of anyone called Porsha Williams? Oh, I'm sorry, Porsha Stewart. No, I'm sorry, Porsha Williams. Before this show even ever started or ever come about. Did we know about anyone called Porsha? Who in the hell is Porsha? Now, I love Porsha, okay? I'm here for Porsha, but these demands were on the same level as Eddie Levert. Okay, that's what Kandi said. Now, let's just get into who Eddie Levert is. Eddie Levert is the lead singer of the OJs. Now, I don't know if the OJs are still doing their thing, but he is still part of the OJs nonetheless. Okay? He's still a part of that legacy, legendariness. Okay? Now, I'm young. I don't really know. Well, I do know about the OJs. You know, my music taste is very wide and very broad. Okay? I don't listen to the fuckery of today. I don't do that. You guys need to see my playlist. Anyway, point is, the OJs are legends, okay? So it makes sense for him to even have demands because he is on that level. What level is Porsha on? What name has Porsha made for herself? What is she famous for? She wants her own dressing room for what? For what? Huh? For what? And this is the part that gets me, okay? This is the part that gets me. Hold on for a second. This is the part that gets me. Even Kandi, the woman behind this whole play, the multi-million dollar worth businesswoman that Kandi is, the singer of Escape, Kandi Burruss. Kandi, when you're out in the club, don't think of Kandi Burruss. Even Kandi doesn't have her own dressing room because she has humbled herself down to just share the dressing room with D Woods and Porsha. Now, you would think since Kandi is in charge of this whole operation, she would have her own dressing room. But even her, that's why I love Kandi, because she is so humble. She is amazing. She is rich as fuck, and you would never look at her and think this bitch is rich. Because she's so humble. She doesn't rub it in people's faces, okay? So even her, she doesn't even have these ridiculous ass demands. But Porsha wants to have these demands. And Porsha says that she obviously hired the same attorney that Nene Leakes has. And that's what makes sense. No wonder why the demands were so bougie and stupid. Look at Nene. Huh? Nene already thinks she's some celebrity. Nene already thinks that she is on some platform that nobody can touch. Nene already thinks that she's Oprah. Nene already thinks that she's Beyonce, Oprah, Mariah Carey. All these women rolled into one. Nene's ego is here when Nene is actually here. And I'm not even being real. I'm not even being rude. I'm being real here, okay? Nene's ego is too much, okay? I'm not knocking Nene. I know she's achieved something that some people could never achieve, which is great. But Nene's only famous for Real Housewives of Atlanta and appearing on Glee. That's what Nene's famous for. And that's what makes sense. Nene's already fucking egotistical. No wonder why Porsha's demands were like this. Because they share the same attorney. This attorney needs to be I can't even talk today. Guys, I'm so tired. You know, I'm a little bit hungover. I'm so sorry. I can't even talk. This attorney needs to be locked up. I'm sorry. Forgive me. We make mistakes sometimes. You know, we're not robots. Alright, but yeah. That's what throws me off. It's the attorney's fault. This was ridiculous. Some dumbass demands. Okay, stupid. Anyway. So we move back on to Cynthia and Peter versus Nene and Greg, part 1. Alright, so Greg says he's been marinating this thing for such a long time and it's eating at him. Okay? So he's been harboring this grudge for already a long time, which is ridiculous, which should have never happened, okay? And all I have to say is his approach was bad. I've already addressed this. I'm not going to get into it, alright? Nene thinks that Peter argues with women too much, and that is the truth. Peter does. Peter does argue with women. He approaches women in not a very good way. That's understandable. However, so do you. You argue with everyone. Man, woman, tree, animal. You argue with anyone. Anyone you can argue with, you will, and you do. You have no respect, Nene. Nene has no respect. She will argue with anyone. She doesn't give a shit. So why does she feel some type of way about Peter doing this? Peter and Nene are exactly the same people, in actuality. Okay? And all I have to say is if Nene can address Peter in the way that she does, and you know what I mean, you know, she all up in people's face like, oh, like, you know how she is. The finger wagging and all that. You know how Nene is. So if Nene can address Peter in this way, why can't Peter address her in the same way? Now, we can say men are not supposed to argue with women. However, men are not supposed to stand there like fucking stupid idiots and be silent. If you're being disrespected, you're supposed to address that shit. And that's what Peter did. That's what Peter did. He got up in Nene's face because Nene did a fucking disgusting thing at that charity event. She was acting hella stupid. Okay? And Nene's one of them people that she feels that she can do what she wants, but no one can check her for it, and no one can say anything about it to her, because she's that bitch. She can do whatever she wants, because she Nene. You know, Nene! Nene! Like, I'm done with this whole situation. And then Cynthia thinks that, you know, the bitch comment was wrong, and so she wants to address it. Really? Really? Because we all know what that means, okay? When Cynthia wants to address anything that Nene does, Cynthia always has to make it into a light situation. She doesn't want to confront them. No, no, no. She makes it into a joke thing. This is how Nene and Cynthia's confrontation would be like. So, Cynthia, you got something to say to me? I mean, Nene, you know, that bitch coming. You know, you shouldn't have said bitch. You know, but it's fine because we're friends. But, yeah, you know, I just thought the bitch comment was a bit unnecessary. You know, it was okay. But, you know, that... Okay, whatever, bitch. Okay. Okay. Friends forever. Like, that's what Cynthia does. She laughs at it so that it seems like it's not her being confrontational. But, you know, she was like, you know, that's how... that's how Cynthia is. Like, you know the bitch coming. Okay. Alright. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's move on. So, Kandi visits her old school called Tri-City School in Atlanta. Now, I must say, guys, this school seems like it was popping. She said Kandi, you know, Kandi from Escape was there. You know, I'm sure the other Escape girls were there. D Woods. I love me some D Woods. Oh, D Woods look gorgeous. Outcast? Who else? I don't even give a fuck about who else. Outcast were at your school. Outcast? And look how successful each of these people have been in their careers. Okay? That is an amazing school. That is amazing. That's amazing, okay? Kandi's teachers come through, she starts crying. I'm not even gonna get into this. Alright? And you know, all I have to say is I love Kandi so much because I don't know what celebrity will do that in this day and age. I don't know what celebrity will go back to their old school and pick 2 children to be a part of their little play that they're doing. I don't know what celebrity will do that now. Okay? No one better comment and say Beyonce because I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. Don't tell me any other celebrity because I know no celebrity will really do that right now. Kandi is such a good person because she is so humble and she is just so down to earth. That is an amazing opportunity to select 2 kids to be a part of your play. 2 ordinary kids. 2 ordinary kids. Okay? Not celebrity children. 2 ordinary kids. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's great. That was nice. That was nice. Let me just address this fuckery for a minute. So we get to this scene with Kenya and Marlo. I have named this scene This Damn Fake Baby and Me Class. What the fuck was that all about? Why did Bravo feel the need to film this shit and put it in this episode and subject us to watching it? Why did we have to suffer this fuckery? Because this scene was all the way wrong. This scene was wrong on so many levels. It just did not need to be seen. Okay, now people are already laughing at Kenya, and now this whole thing just made her seem even more joke-like, because it was a bit creepy. Now this is what I want to say. I'm gonna be real here. Alright, Kenya wants to be a mother so bad, and she has every right to be. However, I don't feel like Kenya is in the right condition or right state of mind to even be a mother right now, to look after a baby. I don't feel like Kenya's in the right headspace. I feel like Kenya has so many issues that she needs to work through. Okay, hence her talking about this fake fucking African prince that no one has ever seen or heard of. Okay, hence her faking this whole relationship with Walter. Hence her throwing herself or doing this whole shit with Phaedra and Apollo. And she really wants to mother a child. I'm not trying to say that she doesn't deserve to be a mother, because every woman does. But I'm saying she needs to hold off on that for a bit, because she's not right in the head right now. Kenya 12 team, come for me. I don't give a shit. All guns blazing. Kenya's not right in the head. Kenya's not right to be looking after no damn child right now. She doesn't even have a man. Now, I know in this day and age, you don't need a man to have a kid, but Kenya is just on some... I don't feel like Kenya's right now. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even digging at her. I'm being real. I'm being 100% right now. Kenya is not in the right state of mind to even look after a child right now. I think she should leave it with Velvet and look after Velvet. Maybe next 2 years, maybe. Okay, because listen to this fuckery. The woman comes in with the damn baby. Okay, this baby looks fucking scary as hell. She brings this baby. Kenya said, "Why didn't you bring a white baby?" Or something along those lines. Because, you know, her sperm donor might be white. Okay, but Kenya, are you white? Because if your sperm donor might be white, your child still is not going to be white. And then she says, "Yes, but I have white genes." And Marla said, "But that doesn't show." And I was like, right? What white genes do you have, Kenya? You look black as hell. Okay, now I'm black. I'm fully black. Okay, and you blacker than me. Okay, what white genes do you have? You might as well. You may have white genes, but you didn't even have to bring that shit up, because you know you don't look white, girl. Okay? You don't look white. Okay, now, I know Marlo was sitting throughout that scene thinking, this bitch is fucking crazy, but I have no friends right now, so I'm just gonna hold my tongue and drink this wine and shut the fuck up. That's what Marlo was thinking, because we all know Marlo's a bitch. Marlo was probably laughing at Kenya in her head. Kenya, this scene was just a bit too crazy, okay? And you know, they show the clip of Kenya's aunt, and I feel sorry for Kenya's aunt, because I know Kenya's aunt thinks Kenya is fucking crazy. Kenya's aunt's face just said it all. She was like, alright guys, let's move on. Let's move on. So we go to the scene of Mother's Love's rehearsal. I was laughing. This fucking rehearsal was a mess. Okay? Now, being African, in Africa, we have this whole film industry called, you know, Gollywood, Nollywood, and all that bullshit. You know, it's the African version of Hollywood, guys. Oh my gosh. You know, I love being African. I love it, but, the films just don't need to be done, okay? And the films were just reminding me of this rehearsal, because it just looked a mess. It was a mess. If you ever get a chance, please watch a Nollywood film. Please do that. Nollywood is Nigerian. I'm not Nigerian, but yeah, it's more popular than Ghanaian films. I'm Ghanaian, but yes, I don't even know. But if you have a chance, watch that shit and tell me Kandi's play does not resemble it. Alright, so then, already this rehearsal is a piece of fuckery, and it just sounds off. Okay, so the men are fighting, Eddie Levert is fighting someone, and then they break out in song, and it just sounds off key. It sounds terrible. And I know Eddie Levert is a legend, but I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying. It sounded terrible. The lyrics were wrong. It was like, you don't know what you hope the play wasn't like that. I really hope that. And then they all started singing, and I was like, this just sounds terrible. And Kandi started singing, and I was like, Kandi girl, this just sounds terrible. Okay, if anyone knows about this play, let me know how it went, because I know they've done it already, but damn. Alright? And then Porsha is nowhere to be seen. And they are, you know, like, I feel like when you involve friends in a business, it just never works out, because that friend is just going to be fucking relaxed and just going to take the piss. Okay? And Don Juan calls her Porsha and I was like, yes, because Porsha is doing all the above right now. She's acting hella diva-ish. She had the nerve to say she's the lead actress in what? You're fucking Jada. I know Jada is not the main bitch in this film. I know she isn't. Or this play. I know she isn't. Okay? Too much. Alright? And I'm thinking that this understudy should just take Porsha's place. Can you believe she was the only one with an understudy? Porsha's understudy needs to take her place. Alright? And then we see Porsha go into a club and I'm like, ain't you supposed to be rehearsing? Okay, alright, moving on. Let's move on to the last part, guys. So, we go to Nene and Greg versus Cynthia and Peter part 2. All I have to say is, it was awkward as hell, and I felt the tension, okay? And you would think, since these people are friends, it wouldn't be like that. Yes, there was a confrontation, but yet, you know, it just seemed a bit too much. And even Cynthia said it feels like a first date. And I'm like, girl, you know you feel awkward because you're scared of Nene. You were scared. You were shitting it right now, right? You scared, huh? You really scared? That's why you feel awkward. It was just uncalled for. The whole situation is stupid, okay? They're too grown for this shit, alright? All I have to say is Greg and Nene were completely in the wrong. Both as wrong as each other. Their approaches were ridiculously stupid. They looked ridiculous. And most of the time, we know how Peter is. We know Peter's very arrogant. We know Peter's very abrasive. We know he's rude. And he always comes off bad. However, for these two to make Peter look like an angel, you know they fucked up. Okay? And Nene was just trying to, you know, bring up the whole bitch thing. And she was like, you know what, I'm sorry for calling you a bitch, but you were acting like a bitch. This whole situation was bitch-like. And you know, bitch, 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 and a bit more bitch, 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 bitch. And you know what, bitch? It was just a bitch. Yeah, and I was like, are you apologizing right now, or are you still just throwing in subliminal bitches? Because you were saying bitch nonetheless. That's all I heard throughout the whole conversation was bitch, 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 bitch. Like, people like Nene annoy me so much because when they're in the wrong, they will still not bring up that shit. They will not address it. They will just continue to fight it off. All you had to say was sorry, Nene. That's all you had to say. Okay? But long story short, they're all friends again, and I'm like, yeah. None of this shit was settled. None of this shit was discussed, and I would not be surprised if this shit comes back and it blows up again. Because we know Nene and Greg like to harbour shit. But guys, I can't wait to review this reunion, okay? Because apparently, well, it's not apparent, it's confirmed. Porsha whooped Kenya's ass. Or Porsha and Kenya got into a fight. Or Porsha was fighting Kenya. Okay? All we know is Kenya, I don't know what happened, but they had an altercation. And I'm like, it's about fucking time. I know people are insulting Porsha and saying she's immature, but listen, Kenya is always the one in instigating shit. She's always the one saying, I'm from Detroit, okay, we get down. I will fuck a bitch up. Does she not always say that? But now she wants to act like the flipping subjected victim. I can't wait for that. I can't wait. I hope Porsha's not fired, but yeah, who gives a fuck? Guys, next week's episode, it looks better than this one. I can't wait to review it. Guys, this is ItsASheThIngTV. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you guys. Thank you for the comments. I loved it. Last week, guys, you should have seen how happy I was. It touched me so much. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned for next week's episode. I'm going to see you. Black Ink Crew starts, and I think I might review it because I absolutely love that show. So we'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.